Hello, my dear friends. My video today is about the importance of the state of mind. Here I will share with you some thoughts that I have read, experienced and processed myself during my life. Take out what you feel is important or right. You can leave the rest standing. In the sense of different opinions and life views. At the end, there is a prayer which we dedicate to our Creator. The importance of the state of mind. The times in which we live are turbulent. Nothing seems to be as it used to be. But can we not say this from almost every epoch? Every epoch has its challenges, which each individual has to overcome in his or her everyday life. For everyone, the challenges are different, because not everyone is carved from the same wood. Not everyone lives in the same country with the same living conditions. Some have a more difficult start to life, and others have a lighter one. What they all have in common, challenges they have to overcome. What tools can the human being use to make it easier to deal with its condition on this planet? In my view, it is necessary for a person to realize that he basically knows nothing or not everything. The universe is immense. Only the smallest part of the existing in it can be perceived with our senses. Most of it is not visible to us, audible or palpable. It therefore eludes our conscious knowledge. We move as human beings, partly blind and ignorant on this earth terra. We talk a lot, we hear a lot of what the media presents to us, but we do not really know what's going on behind the scenes of the invisible. Why this is so? Probably almost no human being can answer that correctly. One cannot therefore be evil to man. He usually doesn't know what he's doing. This should not be an excuse for evil deeds. Where does man come from? Where is he going? A big question mark. Since man cannot fully answer these elementary questions, it makes sense to be open to the invisible and to recognize it as a possible fact. With this openness, learning is easier for people and leaves the door open for his own growth in consciousness. Since we have polar forces on this earth, one must be aware that the bad is fully present. The agenda of the bad is there to suppress or even to destroy this growth of consciousness, by all means. So it is good to know that there is always something that tries to distract man from the discovery of his true self or his one being with his true core, and do so daily on various levels by various means. It aims to make the individual feel bad in some way, to be involved in an argument, to feel fear or anger, etc. It gets lost in the outside, is distracted by it, and thus comes out of its rest. In such successful attacks, one is no longer master of oneself and is controllable for their purposes. They don't care about individual beings, no. They all serve as a means to the end. Since the bad is in need, because it needs uneasy feelings for its own existence, It is always looking for food. There are people who see parts of the invisible. They see the good and the unwelcome in their various forms and existences. They can tell what it really looks like and what kind of fight is going on. Believe it or not, it is, as always, left to you. Assuming you had lived some lives, all the experiences you had made contributed to the fact that you are with your consciousness where you are now. Your flaws have arisen as approximation to your true. They are to bring you to the completion of yourself, to the completion of your happiness. That is the meaning of life. Always finer, more conscious, lighter to swing. If you want to bring more joy into your life, and if you want to become more conscious, it is important that you take care that your mind is pointing in the right direction. Your orientation should rest in the absolute. Your thoughts should be orientated towards the beautiful and the good. Why? Because every thought has its power and reality. Every thought has its power and reality. And because it's so important, I say it again, every thought has its power and reality. What you think for a second has seconds of reality, etc. What really do you want to create? What thoughts do you want to feed, and to whom do you want to serve? If you follow negativity, your body will be weakened and health will be certainly stay away in the long run. Only deal with the negative until it's eradicated. That seems to me to be very important. Wherever you turn your attention, it grows. Some recommendations. Deal with what makes you happy. Think away from mistakes. If they are negative thoughts or disturbances of any kind, say, for example, within you, go behind me in the light. Think with the heart. Pray daily to the Absolute, to God, the luminous source, whatever you want to call it. If you don't have the discipline to do so, demand it constantly until it's your own. Get in touch with God and stay there. I have a prayer here at the end of my video. As I mentioned it at the beginning, it serves as a tool to steer your mind in the right direction. If you like it, apply it daily and watch what it does to your divine interior. Dear God, thank you for always being with me. With this prayer that follows now, I ask you with all my divine power, which you have given me, that you help me to always recognize the right thing in my imagination, to think with my heart and to be aware that all the cheating and wanting evil is a weakness that keeps me away from you. If something bothers me, I decide not to be bothered anymore. My orientation is dedicated to you, God, the loving, the beautiful, and the good. I'm a light worker and I think away from the mistakes of others because I do not want to cultivate them in me or in them. I wish with all my heart, with your support, not to disturb the others nor let them disturb me. Always sunny, gentle, positive, determined, and full of courage. I want to move forward into your realms. I want to stay true to this positive mood and be able to keep it. Thank you if you and your light workers can immediately transform in the light the negative vibrations that come down to me, my beloved, the luminous beings on this earth and the whole planet. The planet needs a loving, harmonious and conscious population of beings so that it can live in peace again. I'm aware that all impatience, including in my own development, is a lost power. I freed myself and the others with love and patience. I thank my divine power and dear God that I can lift my mind, my mood with courage. I love you. Thank you. Amen. My dear friends, thank you for listening and praying along. Thank you. With this in mind, I wish you all love and until soon.